All right, time for me to have the worst game of the year. So I figured I'd get some Captain Morgan sliced apple because
Just drink
Schnapps
that
is
bottle.
taking it a little bit easy.
Just
I
drink
had
the
9 games
bottle.
wrong. I wanted so many games to go differently. I didn't really use my head. I went purely by gut and purely by heart, and that is not smart when you're picking football games.
And now you're gonna get purely fucked up.
Well, now I'm gonna have to drink with purely my liquor, or liver. Fuck, whatever. So, what's a game we shared we were wrong about for Week 14?
Look,
We got San Fran at Wash. Honestly, did anyone expect this game to play out the way it did?
no.
I didn't either. Basically, Wash had a great defensive showing. It was a game that made me think that Washington was actually someone to fear, even if they win the division and make the playoffs, just because if you sleep on them, they'll ruin you. Their offense isn't great, but that front seven is astounding, and that's what they did here.
Chase Young's a baller, dude.
They had
He had a good game.
Yeah,
so.
2 defensive turnovers to upset the San Fran, put Wash at 6 wins, or actually 7 wins, wasn't it? No, it's still 6.
Even though San Francisco wasn't like that very good this year, but
they
they
got
still
ravaged by
won
injuries.
handily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it was a game that made me think how we all wanted to see a 6-win NFC East division winner. This was a game that made me think, well, we may have all wanted it, but I think it's going to pass. And
It might be 7 this year. Goddamn
yeah,
it.
I know. We were so close. But props to Wash for turning it around, and props to Riverboat Ron for doing it. Yeah. So another game we got wrong. Okay, everyone should take a shot for this one. You had the Saints at the Eagles, but who
Son
would
of a
have thought?
bitch! Like, come. I mean, the only thing I guess you could say is Jalen Hurts started, and they didn't really have film on Jalen Hurts, and they didn't know what they were gonna do.
That is a thing.
So that's understandable in a way. But if you lose to like the Eagles again, I'd be like, come on, Jet. Come on, Saints.
This game came down to Taysom Hill. He fumbled it away, pure and simple.
Yeah, I did.
It was finally a game where he regressed. It's weird. Rookie or first start quarterbacks don't do very good at making it to the 4-0 mark. What was an interesting fact about this one was this was the first seed in the NFC actually getting beat by the, at that time, 16th seed in the NFC.
Wow.
Yeah, because like the Cowboys and Falcons had already played, so they were a little bit ahead. It was funny. Props to the Eagles, though. They performed. Jalen Hurts, I think he's going to turn that team around, and condolences to Carson Wentz.
Sorry, bud.
He's ruined. He did what he needed to do, but within 3 years, between the injuries and someone else carrying his team, I think it got to his head, and I think he's done now that Jalen Hurts had the game he did against the Saints.
He's done at Philadelphia.
I think they need to give him away. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Next.
We got Atlanta at the Chargers, the Tank Bowl. We said this game would be interesting because someone had to win. Unfortunately, we were wrong on who.
I really felt like the Chargers were better, but
They weren't.
I still feel like they kind of are, though.
Yeah?
But they lost, so whatever.
Wait, what?
Didn't the Chargers lose this game?
No, they won.
Oh, God damn it.
Did you?
I already forgot. This is 2 weeks ago.
Oh, fair enough. This game was as choky as you'd expect. The Falcons actually came out to an early lead. The Chargers crawled their way back in, and then, never seen it before, and it's perfect that these two teams were the ones that did it. They traded interceptions on the final 4 drives. Literally driving, needed a field goal, put it away, threw a pick, going the other way, threw a pick, going the other way, threw a pick. Finally, the Chargers won it with a field goal. No one wanted to win this game, as we expected. 2 teams that blow it better than anyone. And the Falcons win that title.
The Chargers are definitely the Falcons.
Of the NFC.
Of the,
yeah.
Yeah. The AFC.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was a cool game to see, though. And I'll take a shot since, whatever. We got Dallas at Cincy. Frankly, I only went with Cincy because they were the home team, and I've disrespected the NFC East all year. Dallas turned it around. Good for them.
Dallas still sucks, though. I don't think this changes anything. They still suck.
Yeah, they do.
What was the score in this game?
It was a pretty solid blowout. It was like 30-14 type score.
But then Cincinnati turned it around.
Mm-hmm.
Good job,
with
Cincinnati.
future knowledge.
Yes.
But yeah, you want to give more analysis? I feel like I run these.
I don't remember a lot of these games, man. It's
Watch
2
the
weeks ago.
highlights, man. All right. Dallas at Cincy. Next up, I'll take another Minnesota at Tampa Bay. What's sad about this one is I knew it was an obvious dumb pick. I was going purely for the upset. The Vikings could have and should have won. Dan Bailey missed 4 field goals and 2 extra points.
That's right.
That's
Dan
a
Bailey,
14-point swing, and they lost by 12.
the most accurate kicker in NFL history.
Dan Bailey's shot. I don't know what it is with Vikings and kickers, but Jesus
He's
Christ.
the best kicker in NFL history.
At this point, they need to bring in someone to break the mold. Like either it be a first woman NFL kicker or some guy in a wheelchair. Because let's be honest, Vikings,
Bobby Boucher.
you shouldn't invest in them anymore. Just I'd feel better having a lineman in kicking field goals at this point. Be the first team to go for 4th down 100% of the time.
How often do you hear of like a team missing 4 field goals?
You don't.
Like,
And 2 extra points.
I mean, it's nice having like a good kicker on your team. You would know too.
I love it. It's
Because
awesome.
it's awesome, but like 4 and a PAT?
I can't think of another team, well, actually the Bucks, who suffers with kickers. But finally the Bucks have sort of figured it out. But you got the Vikings who have blown it like in brutal field goal fashion. You had that Gary Anderson game. You had that wild card game with the Seahawks. They keep doing this, and it sucks for them. But it is
Just
kind of
draft
funny.
a kicker.
It is kind of funny.
Just draft a kicker.
All right. Another game I picked stupidly. We got the Rams and the Pats. I had a bad week, in case you can't tell.
Oh. You had a terrible week.
Yeah, you don't miss more games than half if, you got a level head on your
So
shoulders.
tell me how you thought the Patriots would win this game.
I literally thought the Patriots would just fight to keep their playoff odds alive, and the Patriots had a good spree of playing teams they have played in the Super Bowl against previously, and then beat them again. That's
And-
it. That was it.
Did you think they'd win by a lot?
I didn't think they had more talent or anything, and
Did
that
you
should have
think
been the
they'd
first
win by
red
a
flag
lot?
right there. It should have been the red flag right there. The moment I was thinking, I don't think it's the team with more talent here. I think it's the team with some bullshit stat that happens to back them up.
That bullshit stat was bullshit.
Yeah, it was. It didn't matter, and that's on me. Maybe
The
respect.
Patriots got killed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
respect to the Rams actually having a good defensive game and allowing the same amount of points to that team that beat them in the Super Bowl.
Now, is Cam Newton washed?
Yeah, dude. Remember how he takes a good year and then a bad year and then a good year and then a bad year?
This is bad year followed
Well,
by
guess
bad
what?
year.
He sat out last year, which would have apparently been his good year because he sucked again. So that's on
next
him.
year.
That's on him.
Next year.
All right, and we'll make you take a shot. Denver at Carolina, the one game I picked that you did not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Looking back at it, I kind of don't know why I picked Carolina because Carolina's trash.
Was it because they were the home team?
Basically, yes. And Denver normally doesn't play well on the East Coast. Kind of like a bullshit stat that you were just saying.
Sometimes stats don't help.
And this one did not help. I mean, they didn't. They won by like 34-27 or
Yeah,
something
32,
like that.
32-27, but the Broncos controlled the base of the game. I don't think the Panthers led at any point.
So, okay,
Honestly,
whatever.
I went with
Shout out to
Denver
Braga.
based on my gut, and both teams sucked. Home field advantage matters a lot less when both participants aren't very good. I just kind of figured Drew Luck finally being fully back. Yeah, I thought he'd have a solid game, and he did. And that was it. That was it.
Okay.
All right. And
Another
now-
shot for you. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You had 4 shots. I had 9. I'm having a bad year. If anyone else is watching, pay more attention to
What
his
would you
bits.
do if you missed every single game next
Good
week?
Lord. I don't know. Probably kill myself.
Would you just drink that bottle?
Yeah,
Or
probably.
would you just all right, I'm going to drink this bottle on camera
Dude.
and not say anything?
You know what sucks is my picks this year have not been great. I'm not batting well. But at the start of the year, my predictions for teams have been top notch. Like
Playoff
playoff teams, I've been damn near 95%. Like all of them. It's pissing me off.
Except the Cowboys.
Yeah. We got Pittsburgh at Buffalo again, and this one, I knew.
You really picked Pittsburgh.
I knew the Bills would win. Okay, I did.
Why'd you pick the fucking Steelers?
Because
Is it because you wanted the
wrong.
Bills to lose?
I wanted to be wrong, man.
You wanted the Bills to lose.
I wanted to think that maybe somehow the Steelers could do it.
Stop picking off a bias, Brandon.
I wanted the division. I'll admit it.
The Steelers are trash. Mm-hmm. The Steelers are so bad.
I knew that going into this game.
They kept it competitive, and their defense kept it, really close. Like the first 2 quarters of this
The
game.
moment Ben threw that pick six,
But
in
then
the
it
final
just
2 minutes,
completely
it was over.
changed. Yeah. And then the Bills just ran away with it.
You could argue it was
like
over the
26-10?
moment that they danced on the fucking Bills logo like a bunch of children. But go ahead, do your TikTok.
Dude,
I'm sure that wouldn't bite you in the ass.
Keep doing it, please. Keep doing it. I like seeing that. Do it on your own logo. Actually, go over to the Colts locker room and dance before the game. Come on, Juju.
That's an idea.
Do it, Juju.
I knew I'd be wrong. I just wanted so badly for the Steelers to win. I'll admit it. I took the shot. I put my liver on the line.
Go to the next game.
That could be a tagline. Put your liver on the line.
You know, at the end of the year, we're going to look at all your losses, and you're like, oh, shit, I've taken like 96 shots.
Yeah.
Damn.
My liver and my wallet will feel that. Okay. Indy at Las Vegas. This one, I actually just kind of thought that the Raiders, given the importance of this game, would play harder than they did. They didn't really do a good job of keeping it competitive.
The Raiders have been terrible, man. Like
In the last couple weeks,
man. Yeah. What's happened to the Raiders, man? Like, they've been good virtue off of their good offense, but their defense has always been bad.
Whew.
What's changed? Because their offense is still good. Their defense is still bad.
The thing is Gruden actually has this weird thing of collapsing late in the year. I was talking about it with my dad the other day.
He's doing it.
He's doing it again.
He's doing it right now.
Yeah, he did it last year, too, because they had a shot, but they collapsed. That is what it is. This was a game I thought they would win based on sheer virtue of needing it. And it's a big reason of why I respect the Raiders. I do think they can beat us this upcoming week, but I'm not scared of it. You know what I mean?
I don't get you guys, man.
That's what it comes down to.
How could you almost beat them twice? Almost beat the Chiefs twice, but then lose like 4 out of your last 5, and including like almost losing to the Jets.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Gruden has some December demons. I don't know what better way to put it.
Yeah.
And finally, the last one I'll take a shot on, and I won't talk at all during this one. The Browns and the Ravens. Have your moment in the sun. Go ahead. Don't be a douche about it. We have people watching this, and they're probably
There's
cringing.
like one person.
Well, they're probably cringing.
Now he's
Stop
probably
it.
like laughing at me, laughing at you. But, because he's probably a Ravens fan. This was a good fucking game. Damn it. This was like a thriller from like the start to the beginning. Like Lamar Jackson having to take a poop and then coming back and then throwing a touchdown on 4th and 5. Damn.
Thought it was cramps.
It was cramps. But we're saying he pooped.
It was the game of the year.
It was a game of the year.
Go ahead, run away with this segment. This is all you. Game of the year, your team. Fucking game you needed. God damn it, enjoy it.
They needed this game. And it was crazy because it was just like back and forth. Like Baker would answer, then Lamar would answer, then the Ravens would do this, and then there'd be a big defensive play, and then there'd be like another big defensive play. And the Ravens take years off my life stressing me the hell out. Like, I'm probably going to die at like 40 watching the Ravens because my heart is just... I was texting you during that game. I was just like, my fucking blood pressure.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fuck your blood pressure, man. I get it. But, yeah, this was a great game.
Lamar proved he could actually come down from behind, drive the field, get game-winning field goal. Justin Tucker's the kicking Jesus. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. I'd be surprised if this wasn't the game of the year.
It has to be.
All right. And on that, I took my 9 shots. You're welcome, America.
You're a little sweaty, man.
It's hot in here. You should.
I'm not sweaty.
Hit the heat. Turn
Is
it
it
off.
because you've taken too many shots?
Maybe. Also, I'm wearing a Christmas hat, which I'll put back on. So turn off the heat. Damn it.
It's not on.
All right. Is it? Fuck. Okay. So Tennessee at Jacksonville. We were both right about that, but how could we have been wrong? It wasn't even close.
How could we have been wrong? Jacksonville's awful. Tennessee's good.
Yeah, sadly, that's what it
What do you
came
want
down
me to say?
Is there more analysis to give than that?
I mean, sometimes a bad team beats a good team, but Tennessee just clobbered them. What was this, like 30-10 or something like that?
Yeah, 34-10, some shit like that.
Okay, so yeah. Anything else to say about this game?
I hate it when we can't give a recap of more than like 20 seconds, but no. So we'll move on, and I was right about this one, KC and Miami. But props to Miami for, not blowing it. Okay, couple fun facts about this game.
This is your game, man. Come on.
I was right about this game. I knew the Dolphins would keep it competitive, and I knew there was upset potential. Miami jumped out to a 10-0 lead. This was Patrick Mahomes' first 3-interception game of his career, when he'd only thrown 2 all season. I knew Miami's defense could do it. It's just, how do you beat the Chiefs? We went up 10-0 and then dropped behind 30-10.
You get 6 interceptions.
I guess.
Because you guys got turnovers 3 times.
4 times. A fumble too.
And you still lost by like
6.
6. But well, it was larger than that.
And it wasn't.
You're losing by like 19 with like 6 minutes left.
No.
Kind of cut the lead.
It was not a garbage time type of thing where we came back and it looks closer than it was. We were genuinely within getting the ball back with the potential to drive the field. We came back. We were down 24-30, and we held them to 4th and 1. But Andy Reid, man, he knew what to do.
Got a chunk play, man.
He got a chunk play, got the field goal. We
Yep.
drove, got another field goal, but it was too late. And that's why I say it wasn't a garbage time game. It was well lost, and I don't know what more you can say about the Dolphins. They did lose a lot of starters during this game.
Yeah.
But props to Brian Flores and Tua, because despite that, they still managed to almost come back against the team.
That's how Kansas City beat you guys, dude. They're just out there suplexing Dolphins, guys.
I kind of wondered
They're
if
just
our
hurting
team,
all your guys.
if they had remained healthy. I kind of wonder. We also had Landon Roberts and Kyle Van Noy, 2 surprisingly efficient linebackers this year, out at the start of the game. I kind of wonder if we could have won. I do. But I figured we'd lose. But we lost well, and I'm not ashamed of it.
Okay.
Houston at Chicago. Chicago clapped Houston, and that was funny as shit.
Sadly. How was Chicago like a playoff team, sort of? Like, they could make the playoffs.
They can. They won't, but they can.
They're still alive.
Sadly.
There's like a 10% chance.
My grandparents are Bears fans. They lived in Illinois, Indiana, Illinois. I know it. I'm just drunk.
I don't know why I picked them, but
I chose them because they're the better defense and they were at home. And holy shit, though, I didn't expect them to crush the shit out of the Texans.
Do you kind of feel like the Texans were just sad that they didn't beat the Colts before?
Kind of do.
And they're just like, screw it, whatever.
And they were looking forward to next week,
against the Colts.
which, spoiler alert, we'll get to that. But Chicago played a great game, and this was the one game all year where you'd like, hey, maybe Mitch Trubisky wasn't a waste of a pick where Mahomes and Watson were available.
No, he was totally a waste of a pick.
Based on virtue of this game, Watson is less than Trubisky.
I still think he's better.
No, I know Watson's way better. This is just one of those funny things.
It's just a thing where a Bears fan can go on social media and be like, yeah, what about Watson being better?
Exactly. You got Arizona and New York Giants. A game Arizona needed to revitalize their season, and they revitalized it hard. The week after the Giants pulled off the biggest upset of the season.
They lose to the Cardinals.
And Arizona had, I think, 10 sacks, with Holden contributing 5 of them himself.
Wasn't that... No, it wasn't Chandler Jones. Was it Will Holden?
His name was Holden, definitely.
Okay. But this was also a must-win game for the Cards, too. Like, they didn't mess around. So.
No, absolutely. It was a game they owned top to bottom. It wasn't even close, honestly.
What's up with the Giants, man?
I don't know.
Are you good or not?
They're not good. We knew they weren't good, but we thought maybe somehow they were sort of
like,
good enough to
revitalizing,
maybe
like,
win the division.
Like they were like Washington a little bit, but
Yeah. And they hold the tiebreaker over Washington. They need to match Washington. I just didn't think they had the talent to beat the Cards, because the Cards aren't a bad team. They've lost a lot of games this year in inopportune ways. Their kickers lost 3 of them, 4 of them outright. Whether coming up a yard short, missing an easy gimme, and then a dumb penalty putting the other team away. They're better than their record. I figured they'd clap the Giants. It came down to that. You got Seattle at New York Jets. Fun fact about the Jets. They have the best spree of scoring on the first drive all year, and then not doing shit the rest of the game.
Weird.
They lost 40-3.
I wonder if it's because
they were winning 3-0.
I wonder if it's because their opponents are just like, whatever.
When's the last time a team gave up 40 unanswered?
The Jets to the Seahawks?
Well, I know, but that's such an that's so much.
Oh, I could think of it. Was it 40 though? It was the
No.
The Vikings-Eagles NFC Championship game. The Vikings scored on their first drive, and then the Eagles just 38 unanswered points.
Okay, good. I think that was 38-7. I thought you were going to talk about a different game.
No.
But no, I mean, what more can you say about the Seahawks and the Jets? The Jets just looked like shit.
Do you think their opponents just come out and they're just we're playing the Jets, we're gonna win, and then the Jets score a touchdown, oh fuck, maybe we should try a little bit,
just
and then just shut them out.
Yeah, just the littlest bit of effort is all it takes, I suppose.
Okay, I won't walk around with my hands in my pockets.
Right. I guess I'll initiate a tackle and won't expect him to run out of bounds.
Oh, crap, that worked.
And what do you know? You'll put 40 unanswered on him. Good lord. And lastly, we got Green Bay at Detroit. Detroit kept it competitive.
They did, but this is divisional, so whatever.
Props
Sometimes it happens. Props to you. But Green Bay, even though I kind of still think they're soft, they are a good team. So
they are. They are a good team, and arguably the best in the NFC. I wouldn't say they were, but they deserve to be in the discussion. And it's kind of games like this that you can both rest your hat on and also put money in your jar for how I don't think they should be. This game was weirdly competitive. They should have ran away with it.
It makes me wonder, if Green Bay was in the AFC, how good would they be?
This year, I don't think they would be.
Would they be 10-6 right now? Or
I think they'd be on the sidelines. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Play like the Bengals, the Jags, and the Jets? No division exists like that in the AFC right now.
No, there's every division in the AFC could send 2 teams to the playoffs.
They're gonna.
The AFC North could send 3. I think the
what?
Yeah, Steelers, Browns,
Ravens.
The AFC West. I really feel like if the Chargers or Raiders were just a little bit maybe in a different situation, they could be playoff teams.
Yep.
But
the AFC East, Dolphins and Bills, and the
maybe,
South you got the Colts. And
maybe
the
the Patriots could kind of in a different year be a little bit better, but
they're done.
Every team.
You're welcome, America. Miami
every
put them
single
down.
division in the AFC could send 2 fucking teams to the playoffs. Sometimes 3.
Yeah.
AFC's good as fuck.
Whereas the NFC has 6 winning teams in total. And I hate you all for it because our playoff odds aren't the greatest just because the AFC is so good. Does it not piss you off that they got this cupcake bullshit on the other side?
Yes.
What would the Ravens be if they were in the NFC right now?
Probably 16.
You'd be at least the 3 seed. How is everyone not furious? It's bullshit.
The Dolphins could be at least the 3 seed.
I know.
The Titans could be probably the 1 seed.
It is pissing me off because the NFC has it so easy. Whatever. I'm already feeling a good buzz. I didn't have a great week last week, this upcoming video either. So,
have fun.
and this one. And let's get to that.
Cool. See ya.